Welcome to Hear Me Out. I'm Jacob. I'm here with Josh and Jesse. And today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be rattling off a few questions, some open-ended sports opinion questions, and they're going to give their answers. So, to start off, first question.
Yes.
Best college football team of all time. Jesse, start.
Let's go with the 2000 Nebraska Cornhuskers. It was in the middle of their dominant run. They had the dominant coach at all of one of the most dominant coaches of all time at that point. They had a dominant defense. The middle is the end of their 90s, when right before they turned over the best team to Miami Hurricanes. A close second would be last year's LSU, but
Okay. Josh?
I like last year's LSU. I honestly don't remember the Cornhuskers well enough to comment. I think I'd have to go with the 2013-2014 Crimson Tide. I think that was the year when they had Trent Richardson at the running back. That team was so unbelievably good. It felt like every player on that team was best in college football at what they did.
unbelievable
Gotcha.
defense on that team.
Yeah.
I think I'm forgetting the year, but the Miami Hurricanes year, they had Ray Lewis, Sean Taylor, Willis McGahee, all
2001.
those guys.
Yeah.
2001. Yes,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
2001
yeah.
Miami Hurricanes, in my opinion.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
a good bet.
Next question. 1v1, LeBron James, Michael Jordan. Who's winning it?
LeBron
Josh.
James.
Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan. LeBron James, I think, is the better overall basketball player and greatest of all time. Michael Jordan's the greatest scorer of all time. You can't stop a great scorer. Great offense beats great defense every time.
LeBron James just glasses Michael Jordan 10 times in a row till he's at 21. So,
I think Michael Jordan's defense is something that people completely overlook in his greatness, and I think it would be close, but I think LeBron would probably edge it out.
Wrong.
Slightly. Yeah. All right. You're starting a franchise, NFL franchise. All of the QBs are active, and the upcoming QBs in this draft are available for you to choose. You have to select one quarterback to start a franchise with. Who is it?
Patrick Mahomes.
yeah. Patrick Mahomes.
All right.
Patrick
I
Mahomes,
thought that was going to be
easily.
too obvious. So, excluding Patrick Mahomes, who do you start a franchise with?
Give me Joe Burrow.
Okay.
Honestly, Trevor Lawrence. It's a
I know there's
both
I know
good.
there's young quarterbacks like Deshaun Watson. There's a lot of young quarterbacks in the league that are good. I think Joe Burrow just has an insanely high upside. He's a rookie. Let's see what he's got.
Yeah, I think Joe Burrow looks incredible. I mean, it's a huge gamble to go with Trevor Lawrence, obviously, but I think he's the best looking prospect since Andrew Luck, and I think he looks better than
Easily.
Andrew Luck did. So I would
Easily.
take the swing on him.
Yeah, I would definitely choose Taylor Heineke. All right. The National League or the American League? Which is better?
American League. Give me a DH all day. I don't want to see pitchers striking out every time they come up in the lineup. I get their strategy when you have to pinch hit. Now, give me a DH.
I agree with that, actually. I think I know a lot of people like having the pitchers have to go out and hit and bat and things like that. And it adds to the game. No, they're never good at it. It's always a waste of an at-bat. Let's just bring a good hitter on that's more fun to watch. It's more entertaining and it's better for the game. Let the pitcher sit
Easily.
down.
I agree with you. All right, this one's a little bit specific, so if you're confused, I'll explain. If you had to be a positional or a specialist coach, what would you choose to coach?
Quarterback coach. You get to work with the best athletes in the most important position in football, and you get a lot of the credit.
I think I would go with linebacker coach in football because I think linebacker is such a unique blend of the mental aspect of the game, of reading offenses, seeing what's going on, and the physical aspect of actually executing your tasks. And it's so vital to execute your tasks at linebacker. It's so much fun to coach them.
Nice. I'd probably be an O-line coach just because of my experience and I know what I'm doing. But it's a
don't need
little
to know what
bit
I'm
beyond
doing.
the question.
Knowing
but
what you're doing
I
is
would love to
overrated.
I would love to be an offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
All right, this season, who's winning the Super Bowl?
Chiefs.
Green Bay Packers.
I'm going
I
with the
got Green
Chiefs
Bay as
because, for one, Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the world. You usually go with the best quarterback. He has the best weapons. Aaron Rodgers, I know, had a better season this year. Aaron Rodgers has never been great in the playoffs. He had that one great run. I'm going Patrick Mahomes.
I just wanted to disagree with you. So Aaron Rodgers.
In all of NBA history, Who is the best point guard?
Magic Johnson, easily the third greatest player of all time.
So that becomes the, I guess, technical question of, I know a lot of people consider Michael Jordan a shooting guard, but I think that was back when like basketball was much more positional. I think in every sense of the word and position, Michael Jordan was a point guard, not a shooting guard. So I would say Michael Jordan was the best point guard of all time. But if you're one of those, no, he's a shooting guard people, then yeah, Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson is the third greatest player of all time, period. Easily the best point guard. Amazing passer. He wasn't a great shooter, but score the ball at will almost. I mean, not a question for me.
Nice.
Yeah, he was the lead.
I don't even know my answer on that one. Probably like Lonzo Ball or something. All right. In their prime, you have Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson fighting. Who's winning?
I've thought about this a lot. I'm going Muhammad Ali. Mike Tyson was a brawler. He would get in there and he'd just beat the hell out of his opponents. Muhammad Ali's more surgical. Muhammad Ali float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. He was quick. His defense was fast. You couldn't touch him. I think Mike Tyson gets worn down early, and Muhammad Ali drops him in the late rounds.
Yeah, that is a good one. I think I would probably go Tyson. I think that the striking power and kind of ferocity that Mike Tyson boxed with, I think would be something that would be a bit hard for Muhammad Ali to keep up with. I think that his defense was absolutely impeccable, and his longevity and stamina in boxing was incredible. Muhammad Ali's was. But I don't know that he ever boxed someone as tenaciously powerful as
Joe Frazier.
Hmm?
Joe Frazier.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. I was still
Also,
going.
I'd like to counter with "Your hands can't hit what your eyes can't see." Muhammad Ali quote.
That's true. Yeah, I'm still going Mike Tyson just to disagree with you. So.
I think Muhammad Ali probably would win that as well. Dude is just unreal. I'm not super into boxing though, so.
Yeah.
All right. Next question. From a technical standpoint, or a physical standpoint, or whatever standpoint, what is the hardest sport to play?
Professionally or like at any level?
Doesn't matter. You know, if I think whatever you think is just the hardest sport.
I'm going to say basketball. Baseball, I think, would be the technically hardest to play, but I'm going to say basketball just because of the endurance. It takes endurance, skill. It's hard on the knees. It's hard on your ankles. It's hard on everything. You have to be athletic, and you have to be super skilled in it. You're shooting a ball through a net that's only slightly bigger. I'm going to go with basketball.
Basketball is a good answer. I think that's super tough, but I think I would probably give the nod to maybe boxing. MMA, something along those lines. I think that the physical pounding that those guys take is unreal, and to be able to sustain that for a long period of time is really hard. A lot of people who aren't into those sports think it's just like two guys just like mindlessly pounding each other. It's absolutely not. There's so much technique that goes into boxing and MMA. I know I probably should pick one.
Just say combat sports.
Combat sports. I'll stick with boxing, honestly. I'm just going to go with boxing because, you know, especially at the high professional levels, you don't get to make many mistakes in a boxing match before you're laying flat on your back, passed out. It's
Nate Robinson
defense. Nate Robinson. Your offense has to be on point. Your defense, there's so much technicality, and it's so physically hard. I would say boxing.
Those are both good. I think hockey has got to be my choice.
Yeah.
Skating on ice, hitting a puck that's no bigger than like a baby bowl. It's unreal what they're able to do.
Point being, professional sports are hard.
Yeah.
They are hard. Yeah. Also, interesting comparison for a hockey puck. You went with baby bowl. I like that.
I don't know why. That was just the first thing that popped in
I'm
my
not sure.
head.
I'm not sure I have an image in my mind for the size of a baby bowl.
Just picture people playing hockey with a baby bowl.
I would probably go the other way. Like a baby bowl is the size of a hockey puck. To try.
Oh,
No,
man.
the fans got it, man. They completely are with me on that.
I'm sure they're tracking you. I'm sure they are.
Last question. You can take a little bit longer on this one, and it's a personal question. Either as a fan or as a player yourself, back in your heydays, what is your all-time favorite sports memory?
I hit 2 home runs in a game in high school. Let's go with that.
My favorite sports memory. That's tough because if you know anything about me, you know I sucked. So there's not a lot of them. But
I would like to interject here to help Josh out. My actual favorite sports memory is in high school watching Josh fumble 3 times on one play.
As begrudgingly as I'm going to say this, I did actually fumble 3 times on one play. So that was pretty bad. I think if I had to pick one, I think it was my junior year. I had like a 97-yard touchdown run with like 3 broken tackles on it. I don't know. It's probably my best play I've ever made. It was pretty good. So
I was there that Pee Wee League game.
That Pee Wee League game.
Really
Yeah, that's the first memory that pops in my head of where I think I alone made an extremely impressive play on the field. So
Nice.
that's probably my favorite football play.
I think mine would either be when I was in Pee Wee winning that state championship, or when we beat like our rivals my junior year, which we weren't supposed to beat. That was a fun one. As a fan though, the Thanksgiving game, Washington versus Dallas, RG3's rookie season, when we beat Dallas and knocked them out of the playoffs. That's my favorite memory as a fan.
As a fan, so Red Sox win the 2004 World Series for me.
I don't know that I have an immediate fan sports moment that jumps to my head off the top.
Just to clarify here, Josh is a Cowboys fan, so they haven't had any good moments since before he was born, but...
That's true. That's true. No, there hasn't been a lot to get me excited about in that avenue. That's for sure. Yeah, I don't know, actually. That's a good question.
All fair, but that's all of my questions. Appreciate y'all answering them. That was pretty fun. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was good.
And if any of you guys watching have any questions, leave them in the comments, and we'll get to them and answer them. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
See you guys.